I've done a shitload of videos for Duke, and I've done very few guitar lesson ones. The reason being, there's so many guitar lessons on YouTube, I really didn't see the point, but sod it, why not? Now, when it comes to legato, there are two schools of thought. There are people who like to hammer on and pull off. So by that I mean they're going to hammer on, and then they kind of pinch and pull off the string. And obviously you combine the two. Now, I wish I could say I did it because I'm really smart, but it wasn't so much smartness as it was kind of a concern of technique. I noticed that I could hammer on very well, but I couldn't pull off that well. So this was really easy to me, but that seemed much more kind of slower and more. It required more, I don't know, just energy to do than, it seemed harder to do than just hammering on. So I kind of started doing this thing where I would hammer on all the notes, even in reverse, which I didn't find out till later. It's the kind of thing that Holdsworth and guys like Rick Garson did, the fusion guys. So by that, I mean I'm hammering on, and then actually kind of hammering in reverse. So yes, when doing this technique slowly, it feels kind of weird. It's only when you kind of start speeding up that you start to feel the use of it. So when I'm doing it kind of like this, it seems kind of silly. But the speed is when you start to actually hear the benefit of this technique. So, for kind of developing this approach to legato, I basically just took the same kind of exercises for picking that guys like Sean Lane would come up with, where you're just playing groupings basically and just kind of descending with them. Yeah, it's not really a scale, it's not really, it's just a pattern of notes, just to get used to kind of going. One of the things I did want to talk about, if you're looking for licks or exercises, I have none to offer you, simply because they're not mine. If you check out Sean Lane's video, if you check out Brett Garcett's video, pretty much all these kind of great fusion guys, you're going to find basically all the stuff that I'm trying to do, you know, I kind of stole from them, pretty much like every other guitar player did. The thing I did want to talk about in regards to legato is actually setup. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that legato technique is just down to people who have amazing technique and nothing else. That's not true. Legato technique really does depend on the kind of guitar you have. Of all the 3 guitars I own, this to me is the easiest guitar to do legato on, and the reason being, it's got the thinnest frets, so as you can see the frets are really thin. But more importantly, the action on this guitar is, you can't really see it there, but the action on this guitar is insanely low. In the past I would never ever play with an action this low because of string bending. It feels kind of weird because not only is it super low, so I feel like I'm having to pull extra hard, but because there's no big fret to kind of pull against, I feel like I'm always pulling against nothing. So, you know, low action's not really great for bending or blues playing, which is why those kinds of players don't play in such a low action. But for legato playing, it is essential because you really don't want to be fighting the instrument. Literally, the weight of your finger hammering down should be enough to actually fret the note. And if you can't do that, then you need to lower your action. Obviously, it depends on the guitar as well. Not all guitars will allow you to have an action this insanely low. It's really only kind of more higher-end guitars or custom-made guitars or just any guitar which has practically no radius and, you know, small frets will allow you to get this kind of low action without buzzing. Because literally, you know, on my ESPs, if I had the action this low, you would have heard a bunch of buzzes on some of those frets because just the frets on the ESPs are much bigger than this, which doesn't handle that kind of low action playing. forgive the weirdness of this video. You're probably expecting a whole bunch of cool legato licks, but as I said, I have none. So